Hey guys, Chad here from CNR Reviews. Well, it is time to replace the trigger in my Ruger SR556, and this is part 4 of accessorizing your AR. So that's what we're going to show you here today, is how to remove your factory trigger and install a drop-in trigger with non-rotating pins from KNS. Now, there's tons of triggers out there, guys, and you don't have to do a drop-in. You can get basic parts, you can get new hammers, new springs from a variety of companies. I spent a good day and a half, 2 days researching on which drop-in trigger I wanted because I've always wanted to try one of these. I decided to go with the 3.5 pound. It's from CMC Triggers. I believe they're affiliated with Chip McCormick, and it comes with some pins here, a trigger pin and a hammer pin that go into the slots. But they got these really weird C-clamps on there, and I don't know how well you guys can see them in the package. I'll show you in a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of it, so that's why we are going to install these as well. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that. First of all, you want to remove the upper. So if you own an AR, you push out your pins, remove the upper, and then you want to loosen your grip because you need to remove your safety. So to loosen the grip, go ahead and open up your grip. There should be a little compartment, or some of them are hollow. You want to go ahead and loosen the screw that's in there. You don't need to take it all the way out. Just loosen it enough where you can go ahead and pull this down. And as you guys can see, there's my spring. I've go ahead and pulled that down so that the detent for the safety is sitting just enough down where I can pull out my safety. It's literally that easy. So safety is out, guys. The next step is to go ahead and remove the trigger pins and the hammer pin. So there's 2 pins only. And you first want to go ahead and release the hammer by pulling the trigger. Go ahead and do so lightly because I want to keep these parts. Let's say I have another AR I want to put this kit into later. Or maybe I want to sell this firearm in a future part. I want to be able to do so by giving my original stuff, because a lot of times these don't up the price any. So what we're going to do is go ahead and push out these pins. I'm going to actually do the hammer first. Oops. You actually may need to coerce them out with a rubber mallet. So let's go ahead and do that. Take a punch here. Remember, guys, I'm fully removing these. Go ahead and put your hand here. I'm going to pull out, make sure nothing goes flying. And all these parts can actually start coming out. So there's one of the pins. Let me go ahead and pull out the hammer. Actually, there's a piece that's going to drop out there. I'm going to go and pull out this pin. Make sure this guy doesn't go flying. And I'm going to go ahead and push the trigger up and out. And again, I'm going to save all these parts for later. Like I said, in case I want to sell the firearm or something like that. So everything in here is removed. Everything is empty. Let's go ahead and let's install this trigger. So I'm going to go and set this down. I don't need that pin anymore. And let's open this guy up. So this is from Chip McCormick, like I said. 3.5 pound 3.5 pound trigger. I'm going to go ahead and trigger. And let's go ahead and let's drop this guy in. It is honestly, guys, that easy to do. And the reason why I had to remove my safety is because this back part of the trigger assembly is going to actually go right where the safety is. So it's going to drop right below it. Okay, so I got this guy in. I'm going to go ahead and line up the holes. Perfect, it's all lined up. And I'm going to go ahead and set this down on the side. And we're going to take these KNS Precision trigger group pens, non-rotating. They give you a whole bunch of pieces here, and I will go over them really quick. First of all, they give you 2 Allen wrenches, and we'll go over that why in just a second. They give you 2 Allen screws, and those are for both of the wrenches. You also get the non-rotating brackets. And you get your 2 pins. Now they do give you a little assist. It looks like a little tiny bullet. I'll show it to you. Let's see if we can show it to you. There it is. Now this can actually help push out the pins if you're going to install these and keep your original trigger. Now, because I'm not, I didn't really care for that. I'm going to go and set that to the side. I don't need it. So what you want to do, guys, is the pin that holds on the screws, that's actually going to be your trigger pin. And that has little, as you guys can see, the little holes in the end for the screws. So you want to go ahead and push this guy in. And man, that thing goes in really easy because of that. The whole grouping. You have to persuade it a little bit. There we go. And it's in. Alright guys, so now it's time for the hammer pin, and that is what the hammer pin looks like. I hope that's zooming in on a little bit. So let's go ahead and install this guy. Now because of this drop-in trigger, this thing is considerably easier to install. So and I'm going to go ahead and use a rubber mallet. You need to beat the crap out of it, just enough. Make sure those are lined up on each side, like so. There you go. And what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to take these little guards. Now these have a little end where the little line is. That goes on to your hammer. What you want to do is go ahead and we'll stick it on this one first. I'm going to go ahead and stick it on there. I'm going to rotate it to where the screw hole is and line those up. And I'm going to go ahead and put my screw. I'm just going to get it started just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing here on this other one. Start in the front. Take my screw. Get it started. Got these big ends and little tiny screw. Now they do make different versions of this, so if you have a very expensive lower, they actually make one that will protect the lower a little bit. Okay, so I got both of these ready to go. At that point, I want to take both of the Allen wrenches. At the same time, I want to go ahead and tighten this up. So you don't need to over tighten either. Just nice and snug is what they say. And you can start to feel them resist. So here we go. Almost done, guys. This is the final part. And we get to test this bad boy. So like I said, nice and snug. And pull them out. And that's what it looks like. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and install my safety. And all you do with this safety is just push it back in the hole. Stick it all the way through. While I'm holding it in, I'm going to go ahead and push my grip back up inside. I'm going to go ahead and tighten it down. Put that nice and snug. You don't need to strip it. You don't need to really wrench on it, just enough. There we go. Close this guy back up. Trigger's installed, guys. It's that quick. Go. Everything's back installed. Everything's nice and tight. Holy cow, that thing is light. Let's go ahead and try that. Man, that's nice. Oh, nice audible reset. There we go, guys. That's how you install a drop-in trigger with the non-rotating pins. That's what it looks like. I think it actually looks really nice. Very impressed with it. That trigger is so stinking light. Wow, that is awesome. And as it breaks in, guys, it should even smooth out even more and even be lighter. As far as any type of over travel or anything like that, man, it's nice, and it's nice and wide. The trigger feels very good, guys. So if you have any questions on how to do this, feel free to ask. This is Chad from CNR Reviews. Check out our channel, guys, if you want to see more videos. And if you've been following the Accessorizing Your AR videos, we will have a number 5 coming out. We are going to be installing a free float, full length rail on Ryan's Colt. So check that out when that comes out, and thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a good day.